Hey everybody, I wanted to do a quick update. If you have not been listening to the news in anywhere in the North American continent today, you probably didn't hear that the Bundy trial got continued. And that was a bit of a shock to pretty much everybody who was in the courtroom today. I see people coming on, so I don't want to jump to everything I'm about to tell you too quickly, but to give you a little bit of an update, and the reason I'm doing this, there's a ton of media out there, and as a result, I want to try and give kind of an insider perspective on what's going on without crossing the line into extrajudicial statements, which the FBI and the prosecutors are pretty concerned about these days. So I'm not going to answer questions that are outside the realm of anything that you probably have seen posted on the news already. But to bring some clarity, I wanted to talk about what exactly went on, what you can expect, and when you'll see us back in court. So today, we all arrived fully expecting to go to trial. And what ended up happening was the judge heard from an attorney named Brett Whipple, fantastic attorney. And just so you know, there is an amazing team down here. Not just Brett Whipple, but the public defender's office down here has been incredible. Ryan Bundy, representing himself, has done a fantastic job. And we went into the court today. We were able to put forward some commentary on discovery, and particularly information about surveillance and what type of surveillance information had been made available to us as a defense team and to our clients. And Judge Navarro was very open to that. Brett Whipple presented argument first. Ryan Bundy followed. Some of the rest of us made some comments as well. In fact, Ryan Bundy has filed a motion previously to discover particular information that he says was coming, at least that he believes was coming from some surveillance cameras placed around their home. And the government had kind of dismissed that in some filings. And so today when Brett Whipple brought it up again, the judge was open to hearing what the attorneys were saying, and also open to kind of looking back at the previous filing that Ryan Bundy had made as his own representative. And she said, look, I think this is, I think there's something here. And she granted a week continuance. So the trial is delayed right now for a week. We'll be back next Tuesday. But in between that time, we have 2 hearings scheduled. One of those hearings, the first one, will be an evidentiary hearing on information that we want to explore as a defense team relative to surveillance. In particular, you'll see that everywhere on the news right now. And the second hearing, and get ready for a drum roll and a shocker, but we get to have a detention hearing on Thursday. And that's a really big deal. That's great news for the guys, for Ammon, for Ryan Bundy, for Ryan Payne, and for Cliven. Just fantastic news. And I hope that hearing on Thursday is well received by the judge, because these guys, boy, they have really been troopers in that regard. And I think their families would love to see them. So we're looking forward to that detention hearing. And then we'll be back again next Tuesday, depending on what happens between now and then, for the trial starting next Tuesday. Now, if you have any questions, I will try to answer them. This wasn't going to be a really long live cast, but was more for the purpose of kind of giving you an update. And also, I don't know if you guys know this, but this trial was supposed to start this year in February. So March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Here we are 9 months later, and the trial still is not quite moving forward. So we would love to see these guys get released. We would love to see them be able to come out, hug their wives and their children, and spend some time out in the real world. So Anyway, one of the reasons we can be here as a defense team is because of Ammon's Legal Defense Fund. So either up there or down there, I'm not sure which direction it is. There's actually a couple links, and we could use some help. We want to be here for Ammon. We want to make sure he has private, independent counsel, and that's the way you can help, is follow that link, contribute, and let's make sure we keep this whole defense moving forward. Now, if there's any questions, I'll try and answer them, but understand I can't answer anything that is outside the purview of rules we have to follow as attorneys. So you'll have to forgive me if I'm not as forthcoming as you may want me to be, but I will try and answer what I can. One of the first questions, how can we support? I think I mentioned that. Go to bundydefense.com, paypal.me/bundydefense. There's a question, do I think this judge will dismiss based on the government misconduct? I don't think it rises to that level. I don't think anybody is yet saying that there is government misconduct. I don't think that's something we're going to be tackling at this point in time. We did have hearings on destruction of potentially exculpatory evidence, and that is what led to the hearing tomorrow. So we'll continue to look into that, and hopefully we'll get some good information because, as you guys know, we believe our clients are innocent, and we think that the evidence will support that claim. Is Ammon and Ryan still in a holding cell? Maybe, John. That was, I think, in the works for a change today, and I'll find out after this where they're at. I've been in a defense team meeting literally all day today since we got out of court, and so I hope they're not. One of the things we've been trying to make sure that they have is good conditions. So anyway, if that's the last question, I don't see any others. I'll try and give you some more updates, but we've been pushing 16-hour days quite often lately, and so it's a little bit hard once you've gotten into that day and you got to go home and write a little bit or prepare for the next day to get on and do an update. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Please follow. If you can show some support to these guys by being around or helping again. Down there, up there. I don't know what direction it is. This is actually my first Facebook live broadcast, so I'm a little bit new to this, but if you can help out, and our defense team could surely use it. It's how we're able to be here for Ammon. Just go to bundydefense.com or paypal.me/bundydefense. And thanks for tuning in, everyone. And Sarah, I am tired. Like I said, we've been doing 16-hour days and working weekends, but these guys are worth it. So hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. Hopefully I'll see you again soon, or see you down here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Take care, everybody.